Hello, everybody. This is Jim Williams, and this is the target that Lori is going to be viewing in the course of this video. Now, take a good look at it and notice all the gestalts that are there. What do you see? There's a lot of man-mades, there's biologicals, there's space air, and appears there's a big streak of water in the middle of that. Keep all of this in mind as you're watching this video, and you can kind of see how the flow of the session goes as she moves from one gestalt to the other. And this will give you an idea of how the subconscious mind brings information in. You can relate what the information that comes into the target as she's doing the session. Sit back, watch the video, and enjoy the process, and see what you can learn from all of this.
Hey, everybody, and welcome. I'm Lori Lambert Williams. This is my husband, Jim Williams. Jim is going to be monitoring me, and we're going to do a phase 1, 2, and 3 session as a demonstration for you. And we've got 2 cameras going. You might notice this little apparatus right here. This is so that I can film the paper at the same time as I'm filming you guys, so you can see us both and how we interact with each other. So we'll be interacting with each other, and at the same time I'm going to be viewing, and I'm hoping I've got my paper in the right spot so that it'll film well as we do this. You know, we're not professional filmmakers, but we're doing the best we can so that we can get you the very best demonstrations and instruction that you can get. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to go ahead and put my name and the date. What's the date today? November 1st?
November 1.
And my time?
It's 16:23.
16:23. And the location is Yellow Office. And my monitor is Jim. And the observers, well, this is a demo. And I'm going to put that it's filmed. Okay, then we have date, time, location. Okay, then it's POCA, right? Okay, so then we're going to put POCA. And I don't really have one. POCD is, it took a lot. There was so much confusion setting up all the cameras and everything for us. So I'm a little bit ruffled. My feathers have been a wee bit ruffled, haven't they? Yeah, it's a little bit. So I'm going to put ruffled. And let's see, what else? Maybe the timing. I always think about the timing of things. And the demo. FOF. Is there anything else I need to set aside? Oh, my mom. I'll set aside my mom. Excuse me. Now I'm going to do my set-asides. Okay, so my feathers got a wee bit ruffled while we were preparing to set this demo up. And so now, though, I'm calm, taking a deep breath, and we're good to go. So for now, I'm not worrying about it. For now, I'm setting aside my ruffled feathers. And the timing, it's getting kind of late here. It's late in the afternoon, and there's still quite a bit that we have to do. So I think about the timing a lot. But all we can do is be present in this moment and just go with the time that we have. So I'm just going to be present right now and set aside everything else so that I can focus on the task at hand. So for now, I'm not worrying about it. For now, I'm setting aside the timing. And We're doing a demo. This is a demo. And this is the first time I think we've ever filmed it on our own, that we haven't had someone else filming lots of demos. But this is the first time we've done one ourselves. We did it once before? Okay, so we're kind of new at this demo filming business, but it's going to turn out exactly the way that it's supposed to. So for now, I'm not worrying about it. For now, I'm setting aside the demo. Fear of failure. That's always another one. I really don't know how I feel about that. I usually try to set aside fear of failure because it's a good idea, just in case it's lurking under my lemon. But I really don't feel super afraid. I know that whatever this is supposed to be is exactly what it will be. So for now, I'm not worrying about it. For now, I'm setting aside fear of failure. And my mom has been ill and is in the rehab center, and we're getting ready to move her. And there's a lot going on with that. So I think about my mom a lot. However, right now, my sisters are with her and they're taking good care of her, and she's in a very safe place. So for now, I'm not worrying about it. For now, I'm setting aside mom. So I've done my set asides, and now I'm moving my pen across the page, and I'm going to make contact with the paper.
Would you like front loading?
Yes, I would. Thank you.
The target is an activity. Describe the target.
The target is an activity. Describe the target. Touch the paper again.
191101 128011. How many gestalts do you have there?
I feels like there are 3. This actually feels it feels the same all the way across. So I'm going to count this as 2. So I'm going to say A1, it goes up and over to a point, and then up diagonally, up loop, down and across. And it feels smooth. B1, that's my ideogram for motion energy. Sorry, I went off the page there. Motion energy here, and this is man-made, and this is biological. Okay, A2. It goes up, point, and down. And it feels rough. B2, that's my ideogram for man-made.
Page 2.
Okay, page 2.
So there may be more gestalts of the target. Would you like to take the coordinates again?
Yes, I would. Thank you.
191101 128011. How many do you have there?
This is different from my usual ones. It's kind of a pretty exotic looking here. I want to write that down since it came out of my mouth. I don't even know how to spell exotic. Exotic looking. Must be in good remote viewing mode when my spelling goes to pot, right? Okay, so put A. Now the reason I have this A is because I said something, so I just ended up putting my A down here. So we have diagonal, and then a back loop. I call that a back loop. And then forward, and a big loop and then it goes up diagonally, point, down, up, point, and across. Now this is the entire ideogram from beginning to end. And now I'm going to see if I feel the changes. This all feels like 1, and this feels like 1. So I'm going, and also this one feels very spongy. Oops, sorry, spongy. And then over here, this one feels soft. So this is number 1 and this is number 2. This one's spongy and this one's soft. So now B1, that is my ideogram. Definitely lots of motion, energy again. And then those loops, I've got biological and space air. And then B2, that's my ideogram for water. Okay. And I have, oh, you know what? I see a little bit of land right there at the end, water and land. Okay. Now, I think I'll move into phase 2.
Which one would you like to start with?
I always like, I think I'll start with the biological.
Okay.
Whenever there's activity, I like to start with the biological, just in case the biological is involved in the activity. Vertical. White, green, soft, smiling,
Sure.
page 3. P2, bio, continued. And I got vertical again. Vertical, human, male, more than one. Can you move me to something else?
Okay. Another discussion. How about if you move to the man-made and describe?
Move to the man-made and describe. Metallic, fat, horizontal. AI, it's in front of me. What's my emotional reaction to that? For some reason, funny. It tickles my it tickles my funny bone. Okay, so now I've had an AI, so I am, my definition, in phase 3. So this is number 1. Well, I should probably put my number 1 here. And number 1 is, and we'll make this number 2. Number 1 is, oops, sorry, I didn't show you guys that. Okay, I gotta keep remembering to move the paper under the camera. So number 1 feels gray and metallic and fat and rounded. Page 4. Page 4, P2, man-made.
But if you mentally tap on number 1. Sound, densities, texture, colors.
Oh, it's very. Let's see. I gotta put see sketch on page 3. See info on page 4. All right, so now I'm keeping this handy so I can touch it when I need to. So let's see if we can move it down a little bit so they can see. Okay, so one, okay, could you ask me to tap on it again?
Okay. Mentally tap on the target.
Okay.
Sounds, texture, density.
It's
smells,
very
colors.
dense. It's gritty texture. It's a dense composition. It's a gritty texture, like it's dusty. It smells metallic, chemical odor. Feels like it feels like 2 is an opening, hollow, and this feels rough, horizontal, stray cat, ladder, and let's see, feel like okay, that's good. That's enough of that. Let's move on. Let's see, where should we go from here?
How about if you take a look at the water?
Oh, this is actually P3, sorry. Water. It's sparkly. It's cascading. Stray cat waterfall. It's vertical, splashy, noisy, funny. Stray cat funny. And
Maybe mentally taste the water. Taste, smells, temperatures.
it feels cool. Cool temperature. A fresh taste.
Page 5.
Page 5. We're on P3, water. It's wet. It's cool. It's splashy. I think I'm just getting the same stuff.
How about if you move to the land?
Move to the land and describe. Flat, expansive, stretching out. Again, AI, it feels like it's in front of me, stretching out in front of me. How do I feel about that? I like it. Stray cat, Oklahoma. Feels like it reminds me of Oklahoma.
Smells, texture, composition, color.
This there's an outdoor ambiance. It's bright. Feels sunny. and it feels warm temperature, and there's a man-made aspect to the land, and some grassy aspects. Okay.
How about if you move to the relationship between the man-made and the biologicals?
Move to the relationship between the man-made and the biologicals.
Page 6 to do that.
Oh, let me put a few things here. Close proximity, because close can mean a lot of things. Useful, necessary. Page 6. Page 6. This is the relationship between the man-made and the bio. So we remember what we're doing. Close to each other. And the man-made serves the bio. The man-made protects the bio. And I feel like I've jumped to the man-made, to the bio. The bio is predominantly male, it feels like. And young. And uniformed, stray cat, marching band. And grouped, and they're grouped and they're together, and they are related in some way. Stray cat, like a team. Stray cat sports team. Any last things maybe? Should I move to space there?
Okay, let's do space there.
Clean, sunny, bright. Okay, we're going to do session end.
1646.
1646. Oh, you know what we didn't do, Jim? We didn't move to the activity. Edit all that out. Okay. So we just realized that we haven't yet, I started to end this session, and then we realized we haven't yet examined the activity itself, which is our directive. So you always have to remind yourself of the front loading. So I'm going to do page 7, and I'm going to say move to the activity and describe. Okay, so now I want to move to the activity and describe. It's fun. It's hilarious. It's I keep having thoughts of pranksters, joke. Now here's a little trick. I could take one of these and say, okay, at its most basic gut level, what does a prankster mean to me? So I'm going to make a little note here. At its most basic gut level, what does prankster mean to me? And I'm going to put joking, funny, and tricking. Okay, now moving to the activity, I'm going to touch the word activity to kind of help me get in touch with the activity. It's not very active. It's a stationary activity. Not sure I'm spelling that right. It's all in one place, in other words. It's a standing activity.
Sound, temperature, color, smell, ambiance.
Green, white, blue, gray, it, it it's somewhat competitive, but just a bit, just a little. It's a temporary activity, and I think that's enough. Session end. What time is it?
It is 14:51. 16:51, excuse me.
Oops, 16:51. So it's no big deal if you make a mistake, just correct it. All right, 16:51.